Well, it is spring, and early spring for us, and a big job that we were hoping to have sorted out before winter, but we didn't quite get there, was having all of our spaces for our breeding geese set up, because that's something we need to get going on. Now, why do we keep our geese in separate breeding groups? Because we're fortunate enough that of the 6 geese we have, all 6 are unrelated, which is really awesome. Because sometimes that's a hard thing to do, to get birds that aren't from the same clutches and that. And with geese it does kind of matter a bit more than some animals, just because geese take more time to do everything. They're very economical, but they're not necessarily the quickest endeavor to get into, especially if you buy younger birds. We're going to finish up this pen that's behind me here and get one breeding group into here. So you might remember this from last year. I think we did the move in the fall, if I'm not mistaken.
Another project that didn't quite get finished.
Didn't quite get finished, no. Coop here is where it needs to go. And we actually have our fence boards were cut.
Our wire was even laid out.
Our wire was laid out and our posts were in. So all we need to do is attach it here, get it strung up, get the boards in here, and we do need a latch. Gate latch here.
We don't
Gate's
want the
there.
geese going
Can't really
out
see
into
it,
the pasture bit yet.
but the gate is there. So that's job number 1. So we're going to go ahead and get that sorted. We can almost tick this job off the list. All we have to do, which we're not doing today, is we're going to put a T-post in as a brace to just hold that post. And another one here just to hold that one, kind of the way they're sitting, but we can't really do that right now because the ground's still frozen. We got the fence all up though, so I mean this is basically going to be a usable pen for geese. They're not going to push on the fence too much. We are going to see if we can get one pair of geese, Samson and Fat Lady Bird, in here tonight, so we're going to go see how that goes.
Let's see how this goes.
Sticks are just to direct them. What do they call that?
You're shepherding your geese?
No, they talk about that. It's like an arm extension or whatever. The horse people talk about it.
A cue stick.
Or something. There. This is where I gotta do the thing because they're gonna wanna.
Do you want me to close this or probably not?
Wouldn't worry about it.
I was gonna say, do you want me to go over by the other gate?
Maybe, because then they won't go out that door.
Sam did like a whoa! There's somebody there.
Come on, you can see the gate. She'll go first, and then he won't know what to do until.
Into your new pen.
Now, I don't mind. Do you want to go do the horses and just let them graze for a minute, and then come back and put them in, or?
Sure. Good birds. Well, unless they actually choose to go in for their food.
I doubt it. They'll probably check it out. Well, that didn't go too bad.
No, it only took you 2 minutes. And they're happily grazing.
Yep.
What good birds.
Feels a little cool to be doing this.
It is frosty this morning.
Yes, but we are quickly throwing together what we're going to use as a goose nest box, which is just going to be
2 foot square, basically.
pretty much, and we'll explain why here. But first, we're going to cut this up and assemble it. So there it is, super simple. We're going to get some material set up and put it in the building there for them. Basically, before we go into the full setup on this, we've tried other methods. We've used old tires. Just let them do it in the barn, which actually didn't work too badly. But tires didn't work super well. Well, the goose loved it, but the eggs had a tendency to get pushed off to the side, and then they would lose them. Basically, this is just simple. It goes on the floor in the little building we've got. We're going to put a little bit of soil on the bottom because that helps with some moisture and a little bit of cushion, and then some shavings and some hay, and then let them do their thing. They're pretty good nest builders when they want to be. So anyways, we're going to go get this set up. So, said, just got a little bit of soil. So we're going to put that down first because this has got a wooden floor in it.
Damp soil.
It's damp. I mean, it won't stay super damp, but it just gives it that bit of a cushion. And waterfowl eggs usually require more moisture. Now, they'll have the ability to get in and take baths, so that helps. But it also kind of is a nice cushion, because sometimes when you just give them the hay and the shavings, they'll kind of dig it right down to the wood floor, and then the eggs are just sitting right on that. Whereas when you put soil in, they don't usually dig down into that too much. They may have a bit of a depression, but... So that'll go in first, and then we'll put our shavings and hay in, and that should make it really appealing to her to want to use it as nest.
It's a bit dark. I apologize for that.
So it's just going to sit in the back corner like that.
Dirt is in. With some roots, they'll love picking at that.
Well, she can arrange it however she wants. Now, like I say, we're only putting the soil in because we've got the wooden floor. If you had a dirt floor building, it wouldn't really matter. Some people let their geese have their nests outside. We pretty much have to have them inside because we've already had an incident with a raven yesterday, actually, where he spied an egg that somebody laid out in the yard, and
which was an indication we'd better get this set up.
Yep. So this will be number 1. Number 2 and 3 will be set up in the next day or two. So, anyways, I'll get the shavings and the hay, and then we'll just kind of monitor this. We can always add more hay as needed, just to kind of give a start.
She'll fluff it around and shape it the way she wants it.
Exactly. But and they work it down pretty good, and they usually make a really good nest. Like I say, she'll kind of do what she wants with it. Put it all on. Basically, we'll come back in a few days and see what she does, but that's pretty much what we're going to go with for today. And we're going to leave the door open so she can come and go. Now, we are hoping here, by having it in the building like this and a smaller door, that the ravens don't get smart enough to come in. It's a bit of a smaller pen, which is good because that'll keep the pair close to the nest, which hopefully will deter the ravens, because that's what we noticed yesterday. The raven with the other 4 geese, they laid the egg, and he kind of turned it into a game where all he had to do was lead them far enough away, and then he's faster, so he could come back and grab the egg before they could get back to it. But in here, with a smaller entrance, Samson better live up to his reputation. But,
scaring away the baddies.
But anyways, basically they're set up. Pardon the wind this morning, it's kind of windy, but they're set up, so now it's just up to them.
It's supposed to drop down to below 0 again for a couple nights this week, so we're going to just collect any eggs that she does lay, and we'll put them back in the nest in another week's time when it warms back up.
Yep, so we'll put them back slowly.
Yeah. So,
anyway,
we'll keep you updated.
There's 1 of 3 set up and ready for
the 2021 breeding season.
Yep.